Hey, soul searchers. Thanks for tuning in to another entry of Sessions with K Soul. I was thinking this week about what I wanted to share with you all. I know that you have seen me in the studio, you've seen me rehearsing for my voice audition, on the way to my audition. We talked about so many things in the last few episodes, and I just wanted to kind of take this time to rap with you so you all can get to know me a little more personally. Many people ask me sometimes how I balance everything that I have going on. For those of you who don't know, in addition to being a soul singer and songwriter, I'm a mom. My daughter's 5, Valerie. She is the absolute love of my life. And I also am a practicing attorney. I've been practicing for going into my 9th year now since 2005. Oh my gosh, okay. And I'm very proud of that. I have my own law practice, and I've worked really hard to maintain my business. At one point in my life, I had completely given up on music, believe it or not. I just felt like the time had passed, that maybe I wasn't as talented, or, that it just wasn't going to happen for me. And I literally gave up. And it took me a while to realize that I not only had I given up on my dream, I had given up on myself. Um, I knew that it was still in my heart. And it wasn't until a dear friend of mine was hurt really bad and ended up in a coma. And it just was a shock to my system. And I had always been in and out of the studio trying to figure out what it is that I wanted to do, if I really wanted to pursue it seriously. And after that happened, I just said to myself, you know what? Music is what I love. It's in my heart. It's what I love to do. I've always done it. I've been singing my whole life. Choir, band, concert choirs, gospel choir, everything. And like I said, I've been in and out of the studio since I was 19, even being featured on a mixtape in 2007, when I was on this local label called Crushing Them Records. So I just began to push hard for myself. I began to really understand what it means to invest in yourself for your dreams. I even had people saying, you already have a successful career as an attorney. Why would you try to chase your dream of being a singer? Why would you do that? Why? I mean, that doesn't even make sense. But I'm here to tell you, soul searchers, it doesn't have to make sense to anybody else. It doesn't have to make sense to your friends, your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, nobody. It just needs to make sense to you. And I don't know what everyone's spiritual beliefs are, but I'm a very spiritual person. I do believe in God, and I prayed about it. I meditated on it. It took me having to unpack a lot of my own baggage, a lot of my own self-doubt, deep-rooted things that had been there since childhood. I'm so careful with how I am towards my daughter, because kids can really get affected, and it carries into adulthood. And people are quick to say, well, let it go, that was your childhood. But some things just grow in us. They become a part of who we are, and we have to deal with those. And so what you are going to get when it comes to my mixtape, you're going to get the unpacking of baggage. You're going to get my story, the stories I've watched my girlfriends go through. I'm an observer. Stories that I've seen as I've sat on the train, observations that I've made. Everyone has a story. And I just want to share my story, my experiences with you, in the hope that you will be able to relate, and understand and apply it. I just want to thank everybody that bought the single Let Go. Let Go came from a very emotional place. I started writing that song long before it ever got released, and what it developed into was far more than what I myself even anticipated, and it helped me to see what I could do when I really just focused on on my goals. And sometimes in life we give so much of ourselves to other people. I'm in a profession where I'm constantly giving of myself, my time, my energy, my knowledge, my experience. And sometimes we don't keep enough for us. We don't keep enough to chase our dreams, to follow our hearts, to set our goals. And when I look back, it amazes me that I'm here in 2014 and people are starting to recognize me not just as an attorney, but as a singer, as an artist, as a songwriter, as a poet. And that's like the greatest feeling in the world to me. Like, it's amazing to me. And no, am I known worldwide? No. But it's the process. It's the process. You have to appreciate the process. I mean, because all the accolades, we all watched the Grammys the other night, and I'm not going to hide the fact that I was not happy with some of the recipients, and I'm just going to leave it at that. Both the recipients that were televised and were not. I wasn't feeling like everybody that got an award, that was the right person to get that award. But the fact of the matter is, you have to enjoy the process. It can't be all about accolades and recognition. It has to be something that's far more deeper than that, at least in my opinion. It has to be deeper than that. So, I just wanted to take this time to reflect with you. I hope that you all will leave me comments, ask me questions. I have always been a very private person, and that probably won't change. But to be as open as I've been, to expose myself, to put my talents out there the way that I have in these last couple years has been not only a growth process for me, but it's been cleansing. It's been cleansing to my soul, to my spirit. I feel lighter. And I just hope that someone out there can be encouraged from this journey. That if you're telling yourself right now that you're not good enough, you are. If you're telling yourself that you're not beautiful enough, you are. That you're not talented enough, you are. God has given each one of us power beyond measure. He's blessed us all uniquely. And one of the things that definitely rings true is please, please, please do not compare yourself to other people. And I work on that. I struggle with that. I keep that in the forefront of my mind. Like, don't compare yourself to other people. As long as every day you get up and you are better than you were the day before, you win it. And that's me. Because if I looked at what's going on in mainstream and the state of R&B music, I could get real down. Like, what am I doing? But it's not even about that. It's not even about that. And my goals are so high, my dreams are so big that stuff doesn't even matter to me anymore. Because it's about measuring K-Soul's success. Is K-Soul further than she was 2 years ago? Yes. Am I a better artist? Yes. A better singer? Yes. A better writer? Yes. Do I have a bigger fan base? Yes. I have fans. But seriously, everything that I do is from my heart to yours. I really don't have energy to be anything other than me. I got a lot going on, and so trying to keep up some other alternate personality or persona, I just don't have time for it. I want to encourage you all to get tickets to the upcoming event, which is hosted by myself. in my event that I'm starting here in Chicago, K-Soul Seasons, as well as a good friend of mine and her company, which is called Rainbow Dynasty Entertainment. The event is Poetry, Love, Music, an Intimate Affair. It will be Saturday, February 15th. Doors open at 6:30. The show will start at 8 p.m. The tickets are $10 a person, 15 a couple. There are also some package deals as well as vendor opportunities on the website www.brownpapertickets.com. You can put in Poetry, Love, Music. We really would love for you to come out. It will be a night of erotic poetry from some of the best poets around, and then closing with a set by yours truly, where I am so excited to spend that evening with you all, sharing with you all, opening my heart to you all, and hopefully you all will open your hearts to me. I'll be back next week, as always, on Tuesday with a new entry of Sessions with K-Soul. You'll see me back in the studio, grinding away as usual. And I just want to share a song with you that has gotten me through. A lot of times it's an old school song for my old R&B heads. It's To the Extreme, Up on the Roof. When this old world starts getting me down and people are just too much for me to bear, I climb away to the top of the stairs, and all the noise just drifts right into space. On the roof, as simple as can be, where there below the world can bother me. Let me tell you that right smack dab in the middle of town, I found a paradise that's trouble-proof. On the roof, so simple as can be, where there below the world can bother me. Up on the roof. Yo, soul searchers, that's it for me today. I gotta get back to it, but go to the place you need to go to stay focused, to stay motivated. Check in with me. Like I said, I'm always happy to hear from you. If you haven't already, please vote for me. I have been nominated for Best R&B Artist for the Chicago Independent Music Awards, and you can go to chicagoindependentmusicawards.com, and I will see you all next week. Never, 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 never stop soul searching. Peace.